What if the anger you're feeling could unlock something much better, like getting closer to what you want instead? Today we explore how to transform anger into clarity and more inner peace. Hi, I'm Ina, EFT and Tapping Practitioner from Hannover in Germany, and welcome to the second part of my video series for inner peace. In the first part, we tapped on for general stress relief. Today we're going to be more specific. Today's topic is anger. What makes us lose our composure? And my goal is to first ease that anger as much as possible, and then explore the question, what do I want instead? What is missing in this situation? Are there ways to achieve it? And how can I take action in alignment with my values? As always, a quick reminder, tapping is meant to reduce stress. It's not about saying it's wrong to feel angry or about sugarcoating anything. However, too much anger or anger over a prolonged period can become harmful. So, before we start, one more note. You tap on your own responsibility. You need to be emotionally stable enough to handle intense feelings safely. More infos are in the video description. Let's get started. Take a moment to write down specific situations that have made you angry recently. Be detailed, like instead of politics make me mad, try like this specific statement from a politician made my blood boil, or instead of saying the war in the Middle East, maybe narrow it down to a particular event like this attack on civilian targets, for example. And where do you feel this anger in your body? Rate its intensity on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being just mildly irritated and 10 full on rage. And if you're already at a 10, try tapping a few silence rounds first, as I show here. Now, one more fun thing actually to think about. If there were no limits, consequences or restraint, think like comic-style superhero level powers. How would you respond to the situation? Would you yell, fight, destroy something, magically make stuff disappear, or simply voice your opinion? You don't need to dwell on this fantasy too much, but notice. Does your imagined reaction match your anger level that you stated before? Or does it reveal that you're much angrier than you realized? Either way, that's okay. Feeling anger, especially for women, can be challenging, and allowing it is an important step. If you've listed several situations that make you angry, choose one example to work with on first. And if you haven't tapped with me yet, check out this video. We begin with tapping on the so-called karate chop point. Even though this triggering situation, please insert your example, makes me feel so angry, and I feel it clearly in my body, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though this trigger, what is it for you, makes me unbelievably angry, as I realized while writing about my fantasy response. What is it? And I feel it strongly in my body. Where do you feel it? I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm so angry about this trigger, and I'd really like to insert your imagined reaction, and I feel the stress clearly in my body, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Starting with the points. Thinking about this trigger, I feel so much anger. All this anger. Just feel it. I can feel all this anger. I feel it in my body. How would you describe it? Just tap. Feel this anger. And you know what? I rightfully feel it. Breathe. Tap. This trigger, it does quite a bit to me. Feel what it does. I just would love to... What does your fantasy look like? Can you feel the urge to do what's happening in your fantasy right now? Just feel it. This urge. The stress. Just breathe. All the stress in my body. This anger. Breathe. Breathe. And let's take a break. Take another deep breath or two. How are you feeling now? When I tapped on a personal example while writing the script, I felt agitated after the first round, and that's okay. You might feel nothing at all, or your body might respond with yawning, tearing up, or even hiccups. These are all signs that something is that something is shifting. And if your anger still feels strong, repeat this tapping sequence, focusing on letting go of as much stress as possible. Let's go into the next round. This anger. How can one even do those things? Tapping. All of this is affecting me. I feel it in my body. Feel it. Keep tapping. I feel this urge to follow my fantasy. Oh, I so feel it in my body. I so feel it in my body. Keep tapping. Keep tapping. Breathe. Maybe I can release a little bit of the stress. Tapping. Feeling. Releasing a little bit of what I'm feeling in my body right now. Keep tapping. Keep breathing. All the stress. Tapping. All this tension. I'm releasing it now, as much as I can. Tapping. feeling, letting go. And let's take another break. How does your body feel now? Is your anger still as intense? Has it shifted? If it's still high, considering repeating the last round until the intensity drops by maybe about a third or so. Movement can help too. I mean, like shadow boxing with pillows can work wonders, really. Now, revisit your trigger. Notice if there are any other emotions beneath the anger, like fear or helplessness. Often, anger acts as a protective shield for deeper feelings. We'll explore those emotions like fear and grief or helplessness in future videos. And think about what you'd want instead of this triggering situation. What would be in alignment with your values? You know, right now it's all about focusing on what you want, because the better you know that, the easier it is to find it. So we begin the next round with another setup statement. Even though I still feel this anger because this trigger is so unfair, and it's so out of alignment with what I want to see in the world, and please insert what it is you want to see. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I still feel this anger because things out there are really not aligning with my values. And it really affects me. And I can clearly feel it in my body. I'm still okay. And I'm opening myself to focusing more on what I want to see in my environment. Even though things out there are really unfair, and it still affects me so much, I'm still okay, and I allow myself to notice more of what I actually want. Things are still so unfair out there. And it really affects me. How does it affect you? Keep tapping. Keep tapping. Keep breathing. I wish for so much more of what out there. But I can see it. And it's affecting me a big way. Keep tapping. Keep feeling. What do you want instead? Breathing. I really wish for more of my values out there. Tapping. How would it feel to have more of your values out there? Tapping. How would it feel in your body to experience more of whatever you're wishing for? Maybe I can feel it. right now. When I release stress, and I invite in the feeling that I want to feel. As much as possible right now. Keep tapping. I release as much stress as possible. Breathe. And pause. How was that? Was it okay for you? Or did you feel resistance, like voices saying that I'm talking nonsense and that nothing out there changes just because you feel better? Except you, for you and your body and at best your immediate environment, you know? And aren't those excellent reasons to keep working on feeling better? What is your current stress level on that scale from 1 to 10? If it's at a 3 or 4 or lower, we can move on to the final round. I still feel stress. I still feel anger. And so much else. And that's okay. Just tap. I just let go of whatever I can. And I allow myself to feel more of what I want to experience out there. Just tap. Maybe I can find more of it. In small ways or big ways. Just tap. Maybe ideas will come to me about how I can contribute in small ways or big ways. Just tap. I allow myself to let go of stress. To let go of anger. To relieve my body. Just tap. Breathe. Let it go. Just tap. And let it go. Okay. You did it. How was that for you? What does your stress level look like now on the scale from 1 to 10? Did any ideas or thought come to you about how you would like to bring more of your values into your life? If not, that's absolutely fine. I mean, just tapping along to this point and hopefully releasing a good deal of stress is already a big success. And these rounds are designed to be repeated frequently, either with different specific triggers or with the same one. And even though tapping often delivers astonishing results, each session is always an experiment and the outcome can't be predicted. For now, I hope you feel better and that you're excited to tap more with me in the coming weeks. The next video will be about fear. After all, what makes me angry often also scares me. And that's what we'll focus on. See you then. I'm looking forward to. Bye bye from Germany. Have a nice day. Ciao, ciao.